Paige Bueckers isn't just another player, she's the kind of athlete who grabs your attention as soon as she steps on the court. You feel it instantly. There's a shift in the air. From the first dribble to the final buzzer, you know you're seeing something special. The way she moves, the way she thinks on the floor, it's like she's always one step ahead. This isn't just talent shining through, it's something that needs to be seen and remembered. So, how does a kid from Edina, Minnesota become a basketball sensation? It is clear that it wasn't just skill. It was how she made everything look smooth and natural. Every move felt right, like it was second nature. A sharp pass, a game-winning shot. It was more than talent, it was something deeper. And like every great story, hers started somewhere special. For Paige, basketball wasn't just a game, it was everything. In Edina, you'd find her at Pamela Park no matter the weather. Even in freezing winters, she'd be out there bundled up practicing for hours. The locals still remember. One coach described how she'd show up completely focused. Quote, "She wasn't there for anyone else, just for herself," they said. That kind of dedication, you can't force it. It's who she is. Maybe that's why she stands out. It's not just what she does on the court, it's the heart behind it. Every shot, every play comes from a place of pure love for the game, and that's what makes her story worth telling. By high school, Paige was running the court at Hopkins High. The gym was always packed, and people weren't just there for the score, they wanted to see her play. One fan remembers a game where she dribbled past two defenders and pulled off a no-look pass. It was unforgettable. Moments like that stayed with people. Her time at Hopkins High in Minnetonka, Minnesota put her in the spotlight. She didn't just shine, she ruled. State championships, broken records, standout performances. Her talent was clear even before college. Quote, "Watching her play felt like witnessing something special," said Mark Jensen, a local coach. She had that spark, something you don't often see. Still, some credit her success to more than just talent. Quote, "She had the perfect setup, great teammates, top-notch coaching, and the right exposure. And while that is true, what stood out was how Paige took advantage of those opportunities. Even the Minnesota Lynx media guide notes how she helped put Hopkins on the map. She didn't just fit into the system, she elevated it." When Paige made her way to UConn, she stepped up in a way that left everyone impressed. Her freshman year wasn't just about filling a spot on the roster, it was about making an immediate impact. "From the moment she joined, I could tell she was something special," says a former UConn player. She didn't just play the game, she led it. Paige earned the Naismith Player of the Year award for her performance that season, proving she was ready for the big stage. Not everyone was sure about Paige's rise. Quote, "UConn's program is no joke," one rival coach said. "They turn good players into legends. Paige had a strong setup around her." Fair enough. UConn's reputation helped, but Paige was the one making it happen under pressure. UConn was Paige's dream from the start. Committing felt right. But dreams come with challenges. Could she handle the weight of it all? Well, she didn't just handle it, she crushed it. From the first game, she led like a pro. Watching her was like seeing someone who'd been playing for years. She read the floor, found her teammates, and controlled the game. It was something else. By the end of her freshman year, the awards stacked up. Naismith Player of the Year was one of many. Even Gino Auriemma, UConn's coach, was impressed. He called her a once-in-a-lifetime player. That's high praise coming from him. A teammate once said, quote, "Paige was always there early and stayed late. She was locked in." And she proved it every time. In her 2023 season, Paige took things to another level. She averaged 21.9 points per game, led UConn with 53 blocks, and showed her all-around ability with 5.2 rebounds, 150 assists, and 86 steals. She scored in double digits in 38 games, and in 27 of those, she put up over 20 points. One example of this was her performances in the Elite Eight against USC, where she posted 28 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. In recent matchups like UConn's game against Oregon State, Bueckers set the tone early, with a quick rebound and layup showing her love for reading the game and taking advantage of opportunities. She performs well in high-pressure situations, often putting up 20-plus points, especially in postseason games. Paige continues to dominate the college basketball scene with her very good performances in the 2024 season. In UConn's recent Big East semifinal victory over Marquette, she led the Huskies with an impressive 27 points and 12 rebounds. Bueckers' game-defining moment came with a buzzer-beating three-pointer at the end of the third quarter, showing her precision and calm under pressure. UConn's head coach, Gino Auriemma, summed it up best saying, quote, "She's different. That's it. She's different." This season, Bueckers has consistently been a clutch player, performing unbelievably when her team needs her the most. Another highlight came at the Baha Mar Women's Championship when she scored 23 points on efficient 9 of 13 shooting. Bueckers' early scoring burst helped UConn secure a dominant win over Oregon State, never trailing throughout the game. Her ability to ignite the offense early has been a critical factor in UConn's strong start to the season. This ability, combined with her defensive tenacity, shows her all-around impact on the court. Then came the ACL tear. It hit hard, for Paige, for UConn, and for fans. It wasn't just an injury, it felt like a gut punch. One fan online said it felt like losing a hero halfway through their journey. But Paige, she didn't let it break her. This wasn't just about fixing a knee, it was about showing what true grit looks like. Paige leaned into Kobe Bryant's Mamba Mentality, attacking rehab with everything she had. She turned a tough situation into a chance to grow. But Paige didn't stop with herself. Even when she couldn't play, she led. She gave advice, kept the team focused, and stayed involved. Quote, "She wasn't just doing rehab," UConn trainer Mike Robinson said. "She was pushing everyone to be better." Coach Auriemma knew this would test her, but it didn't change his view. For him, Paige's ability to dominate on offense and defense is what makes her stand out. Not many players can do both at her level. Real strength isn't just about the body, it's about the mind. Paige let fans in on her journey, showing the good and the bad. She didn't hide the hard days, and people appreciated that. Young athletes saw someone real, someone they could connect with. Yes, UConn gave her access to the best facilities and support. But like a former player said, quote, "Having tools is one thing, knowing how to use them is what matters." Paige made the most of everything she had, but her drive was what set her apart. Her return wasn't just about getting back in the game, it was about coming back stronger, mentally and physically. She didn't just face challenges, she turned them into fuel. That's what true champions do. When Paige chose to stay at UConn for another year, it surprised people. In a time when most would go pro, her decision stood out. "She's finishing what she started," one fan said. "She's building something that matters." This wasn't about delaying her career, it was about leaving a legacy. Staying gave her the chance to do more than win games. It let her make a lasting impact. During the Big East Tournament Championship, Paige put up 27 points, 5 blocks, and 3 steals in a dominant performance against Georgetown. It was a clear message. She was back and better than ever. What sets Paige apart isn't just her talent, it's her love for the game. You can feel it every time she plays. She's not out there for fame, she's playing because it's who she is. Paige didn't just shine on the court, she made sure everyone knew who she was off it too. Her social media game was on point, using Instagram and Twitter to keep fans engaged. She didn't just share highlights, she gave us a look into her life. That made her real to fans, and they connected with her on a deeper level. Her posts made her feel like more than just an athlete. She was a friend, role model, and part of the conversation. But it's not all perfect. A lot of her social media success wasn't just Paige doing it all herself. She had help that created content to make sure it hit the right notes. But the truth is that Paige's ability to capture people's attention and make them feel like they know her is still a big reason behind her rise. Off the court, she's just as impressive. She's real with her fans, whether it's through charity work or sharing moments online. People connect with her because she's authentic. Now, with the WNBA draft coming up, the excitement is high. Where will she go? Which team will get her? Fans are dreaming about what's next. The WNBA needs someone like Paige. She's not just a great player, she's a game changer. When she steps onto the WNBA court, it won't just be another debut. It will be a moment people remember. For those who have followed her, it will feel like the start of something special. Some doubt her, saying that the sports world moves really fast, but just like a journalist said, staying relevant is tough, but if anyone can handle it, it is Paige. She's got the talent and drive to keep proving herself. With all this, including her performance after her recovery, it is very clear that Paige Bueckers' stand in the upcoming draft will be one of the standouts. As the draft approaches, fans wait, having questions like, will she go pro? Or even stay another year? How will she change the future of women's basketball? But whatever happens, one thing's clear, Paige Bueckers is just getting started. If you've been following Paige's journey, you know she's just getting started. The best is still to come, and you won't want to miss what is next. Stick around and subscribe to our channel. There's much more to come on the players who are truly changing the game. Don't forget to hit that like button. See you next time.